Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Super Shotty Podcast. This is episode 4. Today is just going to be a general discussion of whatever the hell we want to talk about. Today, of course, brought to you by Blado Potato, aka Birdman B. Then we got over here Stone Soup,
aka Split POG.
a
Like that. And I'm just Nathan. I don't have a plug yet.
yeah.
I'm just Nathan, but my friends call me Nathan.
Since you guys are watching on YouTube, of course, I'll have the plugs in the video for my channel, Neil's channel. Of course, you'll be watching it on my channel, but I'll have Neil's plug on there as well. You can check him out at YouTube/ what is it? I don't know. Twitter.com/StoneSoupGaming, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, welcome to episode 4, everybody. What do we want to talk about first?
I don't know.
We got some juicy topics that we do have. I have a little rundown of things that we want to talk about.
Anything on top of your mind right now?
You just let me know when we can talk about CD Projekt Red.
Well, let's start with CD Projekt Red. Let's talk about them.
Didn't they just get hacked recently?
Well, yeah, a few weeks ago, some hacker group, they hacked them and like stole some of their assets.
They stole old the art, concept art.
Yeah.
Really old concept art, and it was not even related to the game that's being made now. It's the old assets, yeah.
Yeah, sure. But stuff that was not publicly
But the
available.
cool thing about it was how CD Projekt Red reacted to the whole situation. Mm-hmm. They sent out a letter to all the fans saying, pretty much there's people that are trying to get money for old pictures of ours that don't relate to the game. Mm-hmm. If anything comes out from this game and it's not from us, don't believe me. Kind of what like Rockstar does.
Yeah.
And Bethesda and any other big company. It's
well,
not from them.
And when
it's not real.
And when it comes to Cyberpunk 2077, it's like this is a passion project.
Oh yeah.
Like all in through. Of course, we saw from Witcher 3, like that was a huge passion project. Like they put so much time and effort into that game, and it shows. Like every time you turn on Witcher 3, it's just like you see how beautiful the world is. And I feel like with feel like with Cyberpunk 2077, they want to really do the same thing with that game.
Oh, absolutely.
They want to put as much time and effort as they can into this world.
They are known for setting the bar high on whatever it is that they're doing.
And it's
we
like
wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, and I feel like them saying, "Hey, don't believe anybody else," is good because yeah, we could get a leak here on whatever these people brought out, but like you said, it's not even that game. They're pretty much just blackmailing for nothing. It's just for money.
Largely old concept art.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, well, we'll see when the podcast was coming like 2020 or 2021.
Yeah, we still have a long time until Cyberpunk.
Do you think that Cyberpunk 2077 and the Elder Scrolls 6 will come out on the same time?
Maybe. That would be interesting.
Imagine that.
I certainly hope not.
That'd be cool.
I wouldn't want them to compete with
love
each other.
I
would
love that.
I wouldn't want for them to compete for my time.
Oh my god, yeah, exactly. That's the biggest part, is because like both games you would have to be spending either 250 hours into the new Elder Scrolls or 250 hours into the fucking Cyberpunk. Like,
or why not just 500 hours into both? Like,
well, yeah, you could do that.
Just blow your life away. There you go.
Seriously,
check out. You checked out 2021. There you go. That's your life. You're just gonna play Cyberpunk 2077 and Elder Scrolls 6. Whatever it is what you're gonna do for the rest of your life. Mm-hmm. I'm okay with that.
Seriously, just like retire and then it's like, I'm gonna go dive into this world. I wish I could do that sometimes to some games, but like that's another thing, is like there's not enough games out there like that, No. Like you could say, Fallout 4, or like Skyrim, but like even with those games, it's like you can get tired after a while of those games, I
guess,
like,
but I mean, it's also sort of a fine line. I mean, would you want every game to ever come out to be like that? I mean, you'd never have time to do anything else ever again. You'd be like, I'm stuck in all of these games that are 100 plus hours and these rich open worlds. You can't do it.
Yeah, but speaking of Skyrim, you guys watch Mr. Matty Plays.
Yes,
like that's generally like the channel we all watch. He brought up a point recently where like Skyrim is just being oversold.
Yeah,
definitely.
Like that is one of the most milked properties I've probably ever seen in gaming.
And it's kind of sad because it's a beloved title, and it's just getting thrown out there like it's nothing.
Yeah,
it's just like, oh hey, there's Skyrim out here. By the way, just get that game for Switch now, and now VR support, even though it doesn't need VR support. No one asked for Skyrim VR, but fuck it, we're just gonna make some Skyrim VR because we can.
I think it's cool, and there's a select group of fans or people who have always wanted to play it on that.
But it's not built for that. Even though the experience that they think they're going to get, they're not going to get the same experience at all. It's not going to be what they think virtual reality is in a game. It's going to be really weird and wacky and clunky and buggy and just all around the shitty version of Skyrim with no mods.
Excuse me for trying to play devil's advocate.
I know. I mean, of course, it'll be interesting to see like Skyrim on the Switch, but I feel it loses its like sentimental value, if that makes any sense. Like the game, it felt special at a point, like whenever it came out, or whenever like Skyrim Special Edition came out, it was like, oh yeah, I get to go fucking dive into Skyrim again. But it's like now it just doesn't really have. It doesn't
have that nostalgia that the other games during that era do. Like you don't see like the Red Dead Redemption remake, but we look back at Red Dead Redemption. I think it was awesome back in 2011. You can still play it now. Yeah, you definitely can. Sure. But it's remembered still as a great game. With Skyrim, you're kind of just reminded, like, hey, we made this great game. You should play it on this system. You should play it on over here.
You feel like it's losing star power?
It's definitely losing star power.
It is. Like, I feel like because they're releasing so many different versions of Skyrim, it's just losing that, it's losing its fame. Like, I can't find the right word, but it's losing its value in a sense. Like the game was great, you know, and it is great. It's still a great game to play, and I still go back and play it sometimes. But when the content is being milked this much, and it's just like, oh, here's Skyrim again, here's Skyrim again, here's Skyrim again. You can only release that game so many times until it's just like, okay, everyone's fucking tired of Skyrim.
Even if Skyrim came out on the Xbox One without the mod support, I wouldn't have bought it. $40? No. But with mod support, that's what changes the game of Skyrim altogether. As one of the strongest mods.
I'm gonna buy it no matter what.
Well, I mean, it's a great game, but I've played that so long, or for so many hours, I'm not gonna have that much time to spend on it. I really don't want to do. But with mods, that's definitely for the price. It changes the game altogether. It's console mods with Skyrim, the best selling games for mods, pretty much, from what I know from Steam.
Yeah, it will. Yeah, of course. I mean, Skyrim has always been that central hub for modders to go and just have fun, and that's why even though like Skyrim Special Edition came out after Fallout 4. Skyrim Special Edition already had like way more mods than fucking Fallout 4 had at the time. And like it still has a bigger mod community than Fallout 4.
Yeah, definitely.
Even though that mod community is getting huge on Fallout 4, like now there's like all these big projects coming out, which I do want to cover on my channel. There's like big ones like the Capital Wasteland or like New Vegas expansion or Cascadia and all that shit. But like, I don't know. That brings up another thing that I wanted to talk about, which was Creation Club. It's like, now that Bethesda is wanting to put a price tag on mods again, it's kind of making mods lose that sentimental value.
No. There's something I want to say about that. I don't think that they're going to do like an all-inclusive, mod for cash sort of thing. I think they're for everything across the entire...
It's credits.
Yeah, no, but... Are they just going to be offering, certain things that they develop with, these really prevalent modders and the Bethesda team?
And other developers too. Yeah.
Or is it going to be all mods out there already? I think they're going for more...
they're going for the high-end
market. Yeah. High-end mods, which sucks, but again, it's not going to be that, all-inclusive across the board.
No, of course. Money. Like, there's still going to be free mods. They can't try to
do that again.
Yeah, there's free mods for sure, but they're getting like these premium mods, these mods that actually work with the game, that are meant to work with the game. But these mods are now you have to pay a certain amount of money to get a certain amount of credits to then get that mod. Mods, so you're still paying for the mods. It's
sure. Well, plus, I'm not saying.
But if you look at it in a different way, you can look at it as these are other people just making like like the other developers making additions to the game. Like not in a modded way, but like as like a DLC in a way. Like, you can look at it that way. It's not, but if you wanted to kind of,
that's what they're kind of going for. That like the more I looked into it, it's like the more I have an understanding of it after reading about it so many times. Is like it's not so much paid mods as more you're getting an add-on for the game, because not only have these modders come out and they presented to Bethesda like, hey, here's my mod. Bethesda was like, okay, we'll take your mod.
They're throwing support behind it.
Well, yeah, and we'll support it and like make sure it works clean with your save and doesn't crash it at all, even if you were to remove it. Because, you know, with free mods, you can remove a mod and it'll fuck up your save.
Your load order.
It'll be destroyed.
Yeah. Like, sadly, my character is like becoming broken because I've like added, you know,
taken away so much stuff. Yeah,
and it's like I have so many hours on that character. But I think it'll be interesting when we actually see Creation Club come out sometime this. Isn't it this summer?
It's supposed to be this summer. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, from what they showed at Bethesda's conference at E3, like whenever they showed the announcement, like. The mods they showed just did not fucking impress me. They had the Chinese stealth suit, which you can already download on Bethesda.net.
Yeah. The mud crab.
The mud crab, the armored mud crab.
Okay.
Why would you need that?
I mean, all right.
And it costs like 400 credits or something.
Nobody
like that.
needs an armored mud crab, but you might want one.
But they had different animations for things too, which I thought was cool.
Like, yeah, they had new workbenches, those backpacks.
But those are all things that regular modders can just do. Like, I don't understand why they need to do this.
I don't either. I could see.
A cash grab.
Why do you have to have a cash grab? Like, you have a great selling game, Fallout 4, Skyrim Special Edition. I got Skyrim on the Switch. What more? How much more money do you really need, man? Like, you're turning into Activision? You're just digging all that money as much as you fucking can. It's ridiculous. I love Bethesda. I love them as a publisher. I love them as a studio. But they're turning into something that I hope that they would never turn into, like a Ubisoft, like a EA or EA.
I think as long as they bring a certain level of commitment and realism to the games, like I can live with whatever they're.
But their studios,
I don't have to be a part of that.
My biggest fear is like. We get the next Fallout or Elder Scrolls down the line. It's like, yeah, dude, we finally got a new entry into one of the series, you know. But then we play it, and then it's like there's microtransactions in the game. If that were to happen, I would lose all credit.
The community would lose it.
Yeah, I don't think Bethesda game studios would do.
It wouldn't launch with something like that.
I hope
it
not.
Wouldn't.
That's like my biggest. I don't think it would either. But it's just that's like my biggest fear. That's why I'm hoping Bethesda. Sure, add microtransactions to your games, fine. But be smart about it, like a lot of developers are starting to do. Only do it for cosmetic shit.
You don't really want that.
#
Why can't you just put it in the goddamn game and have someone find it, like an old like how they did in the PS2 and 360 era? Like, where you had to go find the outfits.
Like Morrowind back in the day, like there were certain things that you couldn't get if you didn't have the levitation spell.
I remember Fallout 3 when I bought an expansion. For Broken Steel. It was an expansion. It wasn't DLC. It expanded the game, and then the other expansions for Fallout 3 came out. You know, you can name them all off. But they were big chunks with a lot of content in them for a great price. And then nowadays it's like $20 gets you, I don't know, a new fighter in Street Fighter, or some stupid ass skin that no one really gives a shit that you put on, but you care about it because it's cool.
I mean, Bethesda and CD Projekt Red have still delivered quite a bit with their
their game
DLCs
studios,
and their season passes and stuff. And as long as that continues,
it's still it's just like it kind of scares me because Bethesda is one of my favorite companies. They're one of my favorite developers. But seeing what all these other developers and companies have been doing and publishers, how they've been treating microtransactions and stuff like that.
Well, it's a staple now, definitely.
Yeah, it scares me. It makes me think Bethesda is like taking the same route. It's just I hope they're smart about it.
I think they're trying to be.
I hope so.
I mean, after their last colossal screw up with their paid mod support
for Steam,
I think they're coming at it now with a little bit more kid gloves.
Yeah, I think so too.
Speaking of screw ups, let's talk about Activision again. Let's talk about Call of Duty, COD 4, Modern Warfare, being exclusive to the PlayStation as of right now.
You know what? I called this shit. Whenever Infinite Warfare was coming out and they were like, "Oh, you're gonna get Modern Warfare Remastered," I was like,
I'm not.
This is gonna come out, unattached to the game, so I'm not gonna fucking buy Infinite Warfare. I'm gonna just wait till it comes out, and of course, like a year later almost, it's fucking coming out separate from the game.
It's like 6 or 7 months. Yeah.
And watch, it's gonna be like $40.
It is. Yeah. It's gonna be $40.
My god!
And the best part is this: it's exclusive to PS4 as of right now, and it's coming out I think either today or tomorrow. It's on PS4 playable with DLC that you have to buy. So you still have to buy the DLC that they made like 10 years ago.
So you have to... Oh my god.
Bullshit. Why can't you just release the entire game with all the content? No, because fuck us, right? Because you want the money.
Yeah, because Activision wants money.
Yeah, that's Activision, and they're playing Microsoft's hand. Microsoft's going to be like, okay, fine, we'll pay you this much to get it on Xbox right now. I don't know, because they don't know... PS4 is the only date that they have. They don't have any other console on there. Or PC even. Or
they're going to get
I feel like they're going to.
They will,
they're
but
not going to miss out on that market. It's a cash grab.
The thing is, it's bullshit. It's a bullshit cash grab.
Yeah, because it was, Modern Warfare was a good game. I spent hours upon hours playing that back in the day.
Yeah.
But now it's like, now they re-released it, and I was excited about it. I was like, fuck yeah, dude, they're re-releasing Modern Warfare. It's going to be awesome. When I found out that they were only going to release it with like 8 or something maps, I was like, okay, that's a little stupid.
It's a little stingy.
A little stingy, but okay. And now it's like, I don't know if you've seen gameplay or anything like that, but they've added new weapons through supply drops. They have new weapon camos. Wow. All of it is all microtransactions too.
My God,
yes.
dude.
Yeah, I'm not even shitting you.
Horrifying.
Next thing you know, it's going to come out for the Switch next summer.
Seriously, it's like Activision, so fucking money hungry, dude. It's
and ridiculous. For what reason? They're
rich. What do you mean? For what reason?
For what reason? I know, but it's like, I wish they would care about the fans. I wish they'd care about people, man. It sucks so much when a company doesn't give it. You can tell when a company doesn't give a shit. Yeah, they care about the paper. Ubisoft's another one that doesn't give a shit about their fans.
Yeah, Come on. They're trying to put on the facade.
They're like, okay, we'll take a year because you guys want a year off. We'll take 1 year off Assassin's Creed and pretty much give you the same cookie cutter bullshit.
No,
we're using assets from different games. It's not different.
If you go back and look, it does look very similar.
It's cool. Like the story of Assassin's Creed.
I understand where you're coming from. I do, but I really think they're trying to do things a little different. Not necessarily to the level of a Bethesda or a CD Projekt Red, but definitely better than they did.
They're just a company pushing out a bunch of games that they don't really give a shit about.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. There's people that care. I'm sure the writers and stuff, but there's most of the people there, I'm sure they don't care about Assassin's Creed or Far Cry. They just want to make the money.
Yeah.
It sells.
Speaking of an Ubisoft game, it came out with 4-player co-op on Watch Dogs 2. Yeah.
Well, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. One little positive thing about Ubisoft. No, but I feel you about Ubisoft. The one game I am excited from them about is Far Cry 5 because it actually looks interesting. Like
Far Cry 5 and Assassin's Creed.
Yeah. I'm definitely.
I've always been a hardcore Assassin's Creed.
I'll dive into Far Cry 5 for sure, but I'm gonna be skeptical of it.
Well, I read one thing today where they're actually getting rid of the towers and all that.
Towers and there's no mini map, just like in Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
But there's no mini map.
But
they're doing the compass thing.
I mean, aside from it being similar, I like that aspect.
Yeah,
of Far Cry
it's
5.
definitely cool. For Far Cry 5, it works perfect.
Yeah, it's like, but the thing is, it's like
climbing those towers.
I know, and they've redone strongholds to where now it's like full towns. And
that's cool.
Other things, so like you'll have to go and clear out towns, and it'll like bring people back, and like it'll build up your resistance against these people.
That's cool.
So yeah, it feels similar to the older ones, but it's like
oopsie daisy.
Oopsie, drop something. But it's gonna be different. It's gonna be different than the last, which is gonna be good, of course. But yeah. Anyways, aside from Far Cry 5. We were talking about passion versus corporate games earlier before the podcast.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What were you saying about it?
It sucks that you can easily tell what's a passion game and what's corporately made.
Yeah.
Just by the way the game feels, by the tone of the game, by the characters, and how fleshed out they really are, how much time we really went into the game. There's a lot of things that go into. Okay, give me a game that you like, and I will tell you if I think it's a passion project or a corporate game. This is a total biased on my own opinion, by the way.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah, you're signing.
Your passion game, if you will, definitely got to be The Witcher.
Of course, yeah, CD Projekt Red.
That is heavily influenced by a corporate entity. Just throwing that out there, but I know what you mean when you say corporate versus passion. And then
corporate being Call of Duty, Assassin's Creed, shit like that.
Just titles that go like Andromeda was a corporate game. That was a game that was meant to make money. They don't give a shit about Andromeda. They don't.
I wanted to talk about that a little bit real quick. I think BioWare had to sort of split some assets
for Anthem, yeah.
For Anthem, and I think that's where most of that went during, Andromeda's development cycle. And I think that's why we didn't see the kind of polished product we've sort of come to expect from the Mass Effect franchise, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't really feel like the other Mass Effects. It felt...
They definitely went a little bit more...
Open world,
sort of Dragon Age Inquisition-ish sort of gameplay, which I enjoyed. But, again, it wasn't put together... or polished up in a way that made me feel like it was finished. I mean, I still enjoyed the game, I did.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean I didn't have reservations or issues with it at all.
I was going to do a review on it, but I stopped playing it. I lost interest. I was just like, it's not my game. It's not like the other Mass Effects. Mass Effect 2, I loved it. I never got a chance to play Mass Effect 3. But if
Mass Effect 3 pissed a lot of people off.
That's why I didn't play it. Like, I heard about it and I was like, I'm gonna steer clear because Mass Effect 2 was really good.
Yeah, the first Mass Effect game were good, but I never played the third one either, or with their expansion with the Girl Shepherd or whatever that was. But with Anthem, dude, I don't know. The thing is that intro looked way too choreographed. And it reminded me a lot of Destiny's.
Oh yeah, it looks just like a third-person.
Like Destiny's E3 intro when they came out, it looked awesome. How they got the loot, and it was like an exotic loot, and just how the world felt more alive.
And it did feel similar to that.
And then you look at what happened to Destiny, and that's not the case.
Yeah.
With Anthem, I hope it's the game we saw. I really do, because that would be so fun.
Oh yeah.
But I'm afraid it's going to get the Destiny treatment by EA.
I understand where you're coming from, and I certainly hope that's not the case.
Me neither, because it looks like a really fun game. It really looks really good. The graphics look so awesome, but realistically, it just doesn't look... It didn't look real when I watched it. I didn't feel like that was real gameplay.
No, it felt very choreographed, for sure.
Well, I mean, they're going to be choreographed, even when she was like, we're waiting for Kim before we're going down this cave. Yeah, come wait for Kim.
Well, I mean, Comic-Con is coming up soon, so we might see something. I mean, maybe.
I wouldn't.
What are we going to see at Comic-Con, I wonder? I'm not excited for Comic-Con anymore.
I know, it's just, I used to really want to go to Comic-Con, but
now I don't. I got offered $50 a ticket. I was like,
really?
JC said she knew someone, my girlfriend, that she knew somebody that could get us tickets to Comic-Con for $50. And I said, I'm cool.
Don't we have like a local Comic-Con every year?
We do.
Yeah, we do.
In August. I don't know when it is this year, but...
Yeah, we have a local one here. I went to Comic-Con 2 years in a row. It was a couple years... No, it's like... I think it was like 14, 15. And it was when it was starting to really get popular. Because you could tell, because the first year I went, there's a lot of people, but it wasn't really like too many people. But the next year, it was like fucking triple that.
Was it the one from here?
No, it was San Diego.
San Diego.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah. No, just see what Marvel's got to push out, what Disney's going to push out, and what... Well, Disney's Marvel. And what DC's going to throw out there. They're going to drop some bombs, I'm sure.
I'm hoping they show at least something on Infinity War for Marvel. Like,
awesome.
We were talking about this before the podcast, about how there are, it's like, passion versus corporate when it comes to...
What I mean by passion versus corporate, I mean, like, movies that... or movies and games that people actually want to make, and like they want to make this. It's not just because some studio told them to make it.
They're invested in the project.
They're invested in the project, and you can tell. Okay, let's go movies with the James Gunn, Guardians of the Galaxy. Just those, both of them were great films.
Yeah.
And then like ones that are kind of a cash grab because they know that comic book nerds, will go to this would be Ant-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of not even near fleshed out at all, and it just felt like a very bland movie altogether. It wasn't bad, but it was just bland in my opinion. It was compared to other Marvel movies, it just felt bland. It just felt like to piece together, how the Avengers are not doing or whatever. Like it's there to tell a story outside of itself.
Yeah, and I feel with Ant-Man, if Edgar Wright stayed as a director to do that movie instead of getting kicked off the seat,
it would have been a whole lot better.
Yeah, I feel like it would have been more of a passion project.
Yeah,
instead of just being like, oh, it's a movie that we have to throw together since we fucked up and we had a director we didn't want to have him in direct control, so now we have to put this movie together.
Yeah,
I mean, it did feel that way.
And I'm just tired of seeing superheroes. I mean, superhero fatigue for me is just kind of happening because it used to be a thing where it's like, in 2 years we're gonna get this crazy awesome comic book movie, but now it's every 3 months.
Them out now.
Yeah, and it's from all studios. It's coming from all angles, man. Spiderman Homecoming is coming out. I don't have any drive to go see that movie.
I kind of do, like, not as much as like Doctor Strange. I was really excited for Doctor Strange.
I haven't seen Doctor Strange.
You need to see it. It's really good.
Netflix, go watch
I know.
it.
I looked at it. Actually,
It's one of the better Marvel movies.
It's so funny. My girlfriend last night, she goes, "Hey, babe, we can watch Doctor Strange." I was like, "Now let's watch the Stanford Experiment." Like, that one looks a lot better than this movie.
Bro, it's actually one of the good ones.
I don't like Doctor Strange as a comic book character, but
You're
I'm sure.
So weird, dude.
How is it weird? It's like if you don't like a character in a book and you watch the movie adaptation, you're gonna feel the exact same way with that character.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I don't like him.
I like how they open the doors to like the magical aspect of the Marvel universe.
I'm not saying it's that movie. It looks.
Yeah, no, I think you should just watch it. Like,
I need to. I want to. Like, I haven't seen Logan, but I'm waiting.
Oh,
I'm waiting for a moment.
Fuck!
Shut up! I'm waiting for, because I have a crazy household. I have a kid that stays up too late. I have a girlfriend. But anyways, I need peace when I watch Logan. And I haven't gotten peace yet. So once I get it, I will turn on Logan and I'll sit back and I'll have a nice Coke and a little bit of popcorn like I'm in a theater, and I will watch it with surround sound. I know, and I want to. It's not like I have it because I don't want to. It's just that I haven't had the opportunity to.
Dude, that movie right there is, I mean, it's amazing, and the way they did it was. Here, let me put it in the words of a guy that I watch on YouTube. His name's Nerdwriter. He said it was like it was like the movie that was like the end of superhero genre in a way, where it was like, it's been 10 years or like 17 years since that character was born on,
early 2000s.
Yeah, for Hollywood, and then it was like 17 years his character's finally put to rest, and it's almost like, we'll see that eventually with like superhero genre, and dude, just, I basically spoiled it, but
I know the ending.
Everybody knows
well,
at this point.
Yeah, I know the ending, even though I don't want to know the ending, but it's a good.
You fucking watch it already. I don't know what the fuck, dude. You need to watch that movie.
I know. I'm waiting for it.
I can't believe you haven't watched that movie yet. If none of you have ever seen that movie, go watch.
Do yourselves a favor.
Yeah, seriously.
But for this upcoming Spider-Man movie, again, because Sony might pull the rug under Marvel, so then this movie might not even mean anything.
Well, did you guys hear about the Venom?
Yeah,
universe,
Venom and Carnage, because we need Venom. We need a Venom movie.
Yeah, but Sony came out and was like, "Oh, it's connected to Spider-Man universe." Somehow, and like, I remember there was an interview with Kevin Feige and like the girl that runs Sony, and like she was talking about like, oh, they're, we're gonna try to expand it to where there's this big Marvel universe, and Kevin Feige has this face like, what the fuck is she talking about?
Where are you going with this, lady?
It just feels like it's Star Wars or comic book movies now.
Yeah.
that's all anyone's excited about. And then these other movies get pushed out of the way when these comic movies come and storm up the place.
They make money.
They do, and it's cool. And I'm so happy that comic book movies are making really good big bucks, and Star Wars is back and bigger than ever. I don't know. I'm tired of just seeing corporate greed.
Well, yeah. Well, Disney's
it's not going to go away.
Yeah, and Disney runs the movie market.
Oh yeah.
It runs it. It runs its animated studio, family movies. It runs its action by Star Wars and the Avengers. And I mean, well, they can't do the other.
And their park is pretty cool.
Huh?
And their park is pretty cool.
Yeah, they're pretty cool parks. Yeah.
Kevin Feige also came out and said that he was like he said something about like R-rated Marvel movies, and he's like interested, but he still doesn't know yet how he wants to fit it into the Marvel universe. And it's like, dude, Disney just needs to fucking like
just fit it in.
Just fit it in.
Just
somehow.
fit it in, man.
Well,
it's just you can't.
I think Disney's just
force it either. I think you need to craft it and make
they did it with the comic. Like the comic books did the same thing. You had Deadpool, who was an R-rated character, and then you could watch or read Captain America or the Incredible Hulk.
Oh no, I'm just saying do it carefully. Don't just say fit it in, make it work.
Yeah. Oh well. Okay. Like if you're gonna do like a rated R character, like you have to pick a character that's meant for that role. You just can't throw in, Captain America, the Hulk. Let's just do that duo already again. And it's rated R, and they're gonna go smash up some things. I don't know. You just can't have a rated R movie with those two characters. So find a character that you can do that.
Well, I feel with how Marvel's going right now, they're about to close out their final phase, like their
phase 4.
Phase 3, I think. Is it phase 4? I don't know. Whatever phase they're on.
This is stupid. There doesn't need to be phases in movies, man.
Well, it's a huge Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah,
they basically created cinematic universes.
No, they did.
Well, they popularized it. Because now everything has a fucking cinematic universe. Like, even the dark, like, fucking The Mummy is connected to Dracula Untold, and now it's gonna have fucking Frankenstein in the future, and it's like,
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, the dark.
So the Mummy movie,
dark universe.
So the Mummy movie that just came out with Tom Cruise, there's this dark universe full of Universal monster movies like Frankenstein, Dracula, Werewolf, and the Mummy. They're all interconnected into a. Right, your facial reaction says it all. It's.
If you guys could see his face right now,
get that out of here.
How was that pitched? I don't understand. They're like, we should make the Mummy, Frankenstein, Werewolf Man, whatever his name is, the Invisible Man, played by Johnny Depp, by the way. He's already got it. The Invisible Man is played by Johnny Depp. Just out there. But let's get those characters together, and we're gonna have them in the same universe.
Yeah, man, that sounds actually like a really good idea, man.
Yeah. We're gonna get them all together, and then they're not gonna be the heroes, though. They're gonna be the villains. Yeah, we're gonna have a cinematic universe full of villains. Yeah, that's how we like it in Universal. We like to do it different.
I'm sure this is how the head of Universal sounds.
And they're like, what do you want to call it? We'll call it the Dark Universe. Doesn't DC have like something like that? Alright, they're different.
DC is a dark universe.
It's a dark universe.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's a DC. They have like the DC Dark Universe too, I think.
Well, no, there's DC. The DC universe is the DC Extended Universe. That's what it's called. But they were talking, like, I think what would be perfect for DC would do like a Batman verse instead of like Justice League and all that shit.
I would too, but I do want to see Aquaman on a film. I would like to see one. Okay, I just got done talking shit about cinema or about comic movies and superhero fatigue, but I'm over here asking I want to see these guys. But it's
these guys over here.
But if they're gonna do it, I would like to see a little bit more than just Batman from DC side. And Superman, I don't know if you can make him into a movie character.
Well, Superman,
because he's a bland character. He's not as charismatic. Okay, Christopher Reeve would be the best Superman ever, just because of how charismatic he was as the Superman. He played the real Superman from the old comics, and then you look at the darker versions, you can't really do, because he's a god. He's the strongest man in the world. How are you gonna relate to the strongest man in the world?
Well, that's why they're trying to characterize him in the newer movies, but it doesn't really work the way that they do it.
It's hard.
It's hard to do it.
I don't think you can.
But the way that they're doing it, you kind of see it, but it's not executed that well. But they're trying to show like he's dealing with the struggle of how he's supposed to maintain saving everyone besides saving who he like cares about and shit like that.
Oh, yeah.
Like how he has to juggle being everyone's savior and just being his own, you know what I mean?
Being his own person.
Yeah, it's like, how is he supposed to balance that? And it's like they kind of present you that struggle in the movie, but they don't really touch on it a whole.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they touch on it in Batman v Superman a little bit, but I feel like that movie didn't show enough Superman at all. It was all Batman. Well, mainly Batman.
No, that movie was just garbage in a can. So
yeah, it's true.
But okay, so you wanted the Batman
Suicide
universe.
Squad was worse.
Horrible. They're garbage. But what characters would you want to see if they were to make a Batman universe? Like what?
I would want to see probably a really good representation of the Riddler. I think if they were smart about it, they could really do something interesting with that.
You know, I saw an old picture back when The Dark Knight was about to be released, and it was like a rumor saying that Robin Williams was going to be playing the Riddler. No, it was The Dark Knight Rises. It was like a rumor. And they had like this. They had this concept art of like him wearing like this like bow tie and like him having like a question mark hat, but he was like old Robins. Oh man, that would have been. I would think they could have totally worked into that.
They could have.
I like Jim Carrey's Riddler.
He was a comical Riddler.
Yeah, he was a very comical one. I want to see a dark Riddler. Like I would like to see a whole movie based on that.
Dark if he wanted to.
Tobey Maguire can do a really good dark Riddler. I mean, Spider-Man 3 when he was walking down the street. Just imagine that with a green suit.
What are you talking about?
Well, he's dark. You want dark?
No, that's comically dark.
Oh. Sorry, I didn't know the difference.
You're a comedian. You're supposed to know the difference.
I guess.
Nah, like I think if they could make a really good psychological thriller with the Riddler.
Absolutely.
That would be cool.
Yeah, like it would be because that's what he does. He makes riddles that are near impossible to fucking like solve. But Batman can solve them. But like, what if he goes so far? I feel like the thing is, the reason why they haven't done it is because whoever's writing that fucking movie would have to be that smart.
Yeah. Well, what they, I just thought what they could do is as like a kind of like how remember the Arkham games. If you play the Riddlers, they're dark, dude. There's one like he messed up, like this fire comes up from this cop and the cop burns alive. Oh no, you lost the riddle.
Like,
make that into
like some Saw sort of thing.
I was thinking the same thing. Saw, dude. Imagine because they were gonna do Batman and Arkham. Imagine Riddler's running that shit. Riddle me this. You gotta figure this out. That'd be a different Batman.
And what if he starts killing off other villains?
This Batman kills already people ever. He blows them up in cars. Why didn't he just snap?
No, like because you know how Batman he always he puts the villains away and they go to like Arkham or whatever that jail is.
That'd be a rated R movie.
But what if like the Riddler is like putting Batman and those others on this huge game, and he's like, Batman, if you screw up, they're gonna die because of you. These people you put away. That would be fucking interesting.
And then you have to get
okay, cool.
Then you gotta get the detective part of it.
No, because he wants to save those people.
I know.
He puts them away, but he wants to save them.
That'd be cool. Oh, that'd be cool.
Like,
that'd be really cool.
That's what I'm saying. It's like that would be a huge mindfuck right there. I think it'd be
more effective if it was just, I don't know, other characters from the universe that we actually care about, not necessarily villains, but police chief, his daughter.
Well, no,
that seems like so common.
That's cliche. That's so cliche. But when you have like a villain that Batman doesn't want to die, he just wants to be, I don't know, punished, or like he put him in the asylum so they can get help. Whatever it is that he keeps him there for, because of his, he doesn't want to kill. But that would be a cool concept. Like this, Harley Quinn's gonna get shot in the face.
Yeah.
If you don't riddle this riddle. Asshole,
because
figure it out.
Because it's like he doesn't want these fucking villains to die,
Yeah, he well, I don't know anymore.
Maybe some of
with this Batman, he just doesn't give a shit.
Well, actually, I think was it Zack Snyder that's doing Justice League? I don't remember.
Not anymore, because Zack Snyder is off the project.
Oh, okay.
Because someone with his daughter got committed suicide or something, and he's just completely off the project.
Damn.
Yeah, he's done.
That's heavy.
Yeah. Dark universe for Dark Snyder.
Sorry.
Too
Zack
soon?
Snyder.
Sorry. I know it sucks.
Well, yeah, somebody who was working on Justice League or somebody was saying that Batman's actually gonna be a little more tame in this one. Like he from building this team of heroes like the Justice League, he starts to realize like, oh, I shouldn't be fucking killing people.
I don't like all that flip flop.
Yeah, I don't like that either. It's like, okay, he was killing, but now he's not anymore.
I don't understand why they started off this. They really started off this universe with Batman vs Superman. Like Man of Steel it's kind of like Iron Man.
Yeah,
it was kind of like a test, and then with Hulk, and then you really saw the movies were connected. With Batman vs Superman, why did you lead off with that? Why did you leave off with these two people who don't know each other to go into a big climax? That'd be so much better if it was the death of Superman story with Batman in it. Batman helping alongside Superman, right? And then Superman dies the way he... Sorry, spoiler alert for Batman vs Superman. He dies at the end-ish. And then comes back in the Justice League movie, right? They become bro. They have their own movies.
Hey,
they
bro, you're alive? Yeah,
yo, bro, what's up? Superman
bump.
But then you can easily work up to that anticipation. Imagine Batman's got 3 movies down the line. Superman's got 3 movies down the line. There's 2 Justice League movies, but the next Justice League movie, it's Justice League Batman. And you got Green Arrow in there too, because you could do the Frank Miller adaptation. Batman wants to quit, but then you could do a cool story with that. You can have the actual, you can see the emotions from each movie carry on into that movie.
Yeah,
the last Batman vs Superman movie, whatever it is.
So many fucking like corporate ins and outs, and it's just like they can't have this character because it's on TV. They can.
Well, they can because they don't care. Obviously, there's 2 Flashes.
Oh yeah, there's 2 Flashes. I don't know if they would ever put Green Arrow in the Justice League movies though, in like the DCU.
They would probably make him be like Hawkeye from the Marvel Cinematic,
where he's just like a very minor character.
Yeah, well, yeah. Or
I'm one of those people that love Hawkeye in those movies though.
He's great. He's good for comedic relief.
He's a great character.
Yeah. He's just I think he's a loser as a superhero all around.
Because he's got no powers.
Well, he just has bows and arrows, man.
I'm sorry. He's really good with them, and he's got different types of arrows.
Yeah, but I just don't see him saving the world ever. Like I wouldn't.
No, he wouldn't. Well, that's the thing. He would never save the world.
But that's probably why he is. He's a minor character.
He's a very minor character. Even in the comics.
He's helpful though.
Yeah, he's helpful. He's funny.
Yeah.
And who's the guy that plays him?
What's his name? Jeremy Renner.
Yeah,
he's.
Renner.
I like him as Hawkeye. He was cool, and I'm glad they didn't do the whole outfit either.
Well, they kind of did in Civil War. It's
the
like purple,
but
it's like one
mask.
arm.
The mask.
Oh, I know. Seriously, no masks. I think they're reserving masks for like certain characters, like Black Panther, Spider-Man, and now since
where the mask is like iconic.
Well, now since Deadpool came out and like he was wearing a mask the whole fucking movie, I think now
he had a reason to wear a mask.
He's ugly as fuck, but his like. It shows that all these other studios are like, hey, you can still wear a mask and be like expressive and shit. So now Spider-Man, he's gonna wear a mask for like half the movie.
Yeah.
And like now Black Panther is gonna have a mask on for half the movie. Mm-hmm. It looks like from the trailer that we've seen. So it's just like now I think, they're getting a little more comfortable in certain things, because now it's like, oh, we're not having to shell these out, to newer people. Well, no, in a way it's more like, no, we have this huge fan base now, so now we can be a little more expressive on all of our stuff. Mm-hmm. Because the Black Panther trailer, there's like so many things that stuck out in that trailer, and you're like, whoa, that looks awesome.
It did.
Because that movie looks fucking great, dude.
That's alright.
Yeah.
I'm just me. I'm
ever the critic.
I guess.
No, I get it, dude. Superhero fatigue.
Well, that too, and it's just like, if you're gonna do so many movies, why don't you just try to make it more accurate to the books? Or with Black Panther, they probably are. I don't know
exactly.
I know they're not. I know that, but if they make a Moon Knight TV show, which they might, which is my favorite comic book character, shout out to Moon Knight. If they make a damn TV show about him, they better not do the new run.
You're probably gonna hate it.
No, maybe. Yeah. I will. You know what? I just hate everything they make, but I love it all at the same time. It's a love-hate relationship.
I was just about to say something. Oh, I hear that Spider-Man Homecoming, from like early reviews,
it's pretty good.
Yeah, I hear it's actually very true to the comics. Like,
and not original Spider-Man. It doesn't have a lot of Tony Stark, to my surprise.
Yeah,
that's what a lot of people are saying.
Like, a lot of changes work. Like, there's different. Like Aunt May being younger, it's like an interesting change for the movie and stuff like that. So I don't know. I honestly think Spider-Man Homecoming is gonna be good. We'll see.
I heard it's like an origin story, but not an origin story. It's an origin story for Spider-Man as a character into the Avengers, but not as Peter Parker, the Spider-Man.
Yeah, which is good, because we don't need a fucking origin story. It's been done twice already.
I'm curious to see what young Ben would look like, though. like, who was the young Ben that died? That who you know, because young Aunt May, I forgot her name, the actress, but she's very pretty.
She's very pretty.
So who's Uncle Ben? I want, you know, who's that smug guy?
Yeah, seriously. But yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for what's to come in Marvel movies, but I know you're skeptical. What about you?
Excited.
You're excited.
I'm quite obviously.
Sounds good. Well, I think we've hit the end of our fourth podcast. My bad. This just kind of feels like the first one because our first three were all centered around E3, you know?
Yeah, no, we were scrambling for the E3.
Then we just talk about whatever.
Yeah, and we'll have more of these podcasts. Hopefully, we'll have them out, every 2 weeks, you guys? So.
Yeah.
Hopefully, every 2 weeks.
Anything major happens, we'll probably...
Yeah, hopefully.
Get together.
Yeah, exactly.
Hopefully.
So hopefully every Saturday we should have these up. And yeah, I hope you guys are really happy listening to us just sit around and just talk about random shit.
And you listen to how stupid we all had to sound.
Yeah, seriously. You know, we're still getting used to the podcast.
Oh, well, yeah, no, I'm aware. I'm aware when I listen to myself, I'm like, oh my god, dude, you just suck at talking.
We'll be more open to it once we do this more often, you know. You know, we're gonna do this more often. Hopefully we'll make the podcast a little more interesting once we have some better equipment. We'll probably do some gameplay along the line, you know, maybe
do some games too, or I would like to do some trivia or some shit.
Some trivia or some fucking Cards Against Humanity or something like that. But we'll figure it out in the future. Thank you guys so much for catching this new episode. This is me, Blado Potato, Stone Soup, and Nathan, all signing off. Thank you guys for watching. Hope to see you guys on the next one.
See you guys next time.
Oh yeah, and comment, subscribe.
Comment, subscribe.
Can't forget that. All right,
go.
All
Do
right.
it. Bye.
Yeah. Do it.
Bye.
Yeah. Do it.
Bye.
Do